What's up, YouTube? Mike the Dog Trainer here, coming to you for Tip Tuesday. And today is a special brown edition of Tip Tuesday. Right to my left here, I have Paula Bankster. Did I get it right?
It's fine.
I murdered it earlier. And she owns a poop scooping service here in Pensacola and surrounding areas. It's called We Scoop the Poop. And I brought her in today to ask her some questions about why it's important to pick up poop and how to get a hold of her and all questions revolving around poop. So, Paula, I'm going to ask her first question. And right now the first question is, why scoop your poop? I mean, why pick it up? Why is that important?
Oh, there's tons of reasons. One, you don't have the full use of your backyard when you've allowed your dog to fill it up with poop. Your kids can track it in, you can track it in. I don't like stepping in it. The dog doesn't like stepping in it, and it gets tracked into the house, health reasons, and it's not good for your yard.
Why is it bad for your yard?
Well, if you leave the poop out there, it's going to attract insects like flies that carry disease. It attracts rodents. And it also has bacteria in it, harmful bacteria, roundworms, hookworms. It's just all kinds of nasty things that can track into your house, and your family can get attacked by it too, not just your dog. Yeah,
but usually I have my shoes and my flip-flops on when I'm walking in the backyard, so how's it going to get on me?
I know how big your dog is, Mike. If you step in poop with a flip-flop, I promise you, you're going to get it on your foot.
Okay, well, I did some research before she came in on the whole poop scooping service, and some of the interesting questions and topics that was over and over again repeated on the Google search was, it's bad for waterways. How's that bad for waterways?
Yeah, storm water will push bacteria like your fecal matter and pollutants, from your yard into the waterways, and when it goes into the waterway, it creates nitrogen, and the nitrogen robs the oxygen out of the waterway, which the plants, the water plants, and the fish and animals need. They need that oxygen, so, and it also scatters the bacteria and stuff around.
Just in your local watering holes, or is it small streams, or rivers, or...?
Just about all of them. I've seen where the bays have been, certain areas of the bays have been shut down. Local streams and creeks, you can't swim in them. The health department will shut them down because of the fecal matter count in them.
Okay, well, I guess watch where you swim. Make sure the water's flowing, I guess. Here, the fourth question I have is, some people don't pick up their poop because they are afraid of these diseases and these roundworms and ringworms, or they're just plain lazy. Seems like a disgusting job. Why did you pick this as a service you wanted to do?
It started out as a joke, but I also, from realizing that there are people that have animals that don't have the time, like your single mothers or single fathers, that have a lot going on. They work full-time, and then they want to take the kids to after-school activities, or they have to clean their house. They just don't have the time for it. Then you have your elderly that physically it has become taxing for them to take care of their yards, and I have several clients like that. Rather than giving up their dogs, their companions, their security, because a lot of them have their dogs for security, they're able to keep them by hiring a service. Same way with disabled people, and just professionals that have better things to do than scoop poop or to stop the arguments in the family.
Yeah, funny thing you say about arguments. Me and my wife Jessica argue all the time about the backyard and how we'd like for the kids to go play back there, and we just don't have time to pick up the poop. Hiring someone like this will definitely give us our time back, because it can happen when we're not at home, right?
Right.
So I can come home to a clean yard, the kids can go out there and play and get dirty or do whatever they got to do. And it really takes back our lawn, and it helps us out. That's the beauty of services. Well, let's talk a little bit more, personal. Who are your clients?
My clients are the elderly, the disabled, busy professionals, self-employed people, single parents, apartment buildings that allow dogs, hotels, businesses that are very dog friendly, some owners are not as responsible as they should be about picking up the dog poop.
Right.
You know, or some of the businesses will hire me because they have dogs that walk through in front of their businesses, deposit it, and then they have to deal with it.
And see, and that's the outside the box thinking you need when you're self-employed. It doesn't matter what you do. Wonderful opportunity. Any of you other business owners out there that are having people, dogs pooping in your yard or in your front lawn, or you know your easeway that goes between your office and another one, and it's a problem, a couple bucks a week, and you got someone to come take care of that problem,
Right.
and you're not aggravated or angry anymore. Or you probably still are, but the poop's at least out of the way.
Exactly.
So all you do is pick up the poop. That's it, and you just throw it in your trash in the back of your house. Well, where does it go? Where does this poop go?
Okay, after I collect the poop, I double bag it and I put it into their garbage receptacle
Okay.
because the dump is qualified to deal with it. And that's how I dispose of it. But that's not the only thing I do. When I come, I have, and I know this isn't one of your things, but I bear treats. And that's because I want the dogs to be very glad to see me. But I always get the owner's permission first. Then while I'm scooping, I actually make 3 passes over the yard in different directions because you never know when it's hiding. I talk to the dogs, I give them back rubs, I scratch their ears, I throw their toys, I check and make sure that they have fresh water. That's very important in the summertime especially. So I always check and make sure that their water is good.
Oh wow, so you don't just go pick up the poop, you're actually a companion for the dog while you're there.
I give them a little bit of, you know, people time.
That's good, that's important. You gotta have a relationship with the dog if you're just gonna walk in and out of the yard doing stuff. So how often do you service a yard? How often during a week do you go to yards?
We recommend no less than once a week. I have several clients that let me come in twice a week. And then others, they call me when they can't keep up. So they'll have an accumulation because they haven't been able to keep up, and it's not a big deal. I don't judge them or anything like that. And once a week is usually
Now,
the schedule.
is that a standard for like one dog? If someone had 5 dogs, you definitely want to come a couple more times a day, right?
Absolutely.
Or a week,
And I do have customers that have multiple dogs, and they ask me to come more than once a week.
Oh, that's right. Right on, right on. So locally, what areas do you cover?
We cover, if you go north in Cantonment, we go east to Scenic Highway, we go west to Perdido Key, and then south to the Bay.
Right.
And we are actually planning on doing Milton Case and Gulf Breeze. We've already got requests for it.
Wow, so that's, I mean, center of Pensacola out, that's about an hour's reach.
And that's
Cantonment's about 20 minutes, but yeah, that's definitely, it's a very big area. That's a lot of poop. I know a lot of dogs in that area, so.
Yeah,
so,
and it's 2 to 3 piles a day, Mike.
Oh, dogs poop 2 to 3 times a day? Yeah, K-Row does it once because he eats once, and he's old, and he's on a regular schedule, but it's usually the equivalent of 2 to 3 for your smaller dogs. I guess we answered this question, but, you know, and I wanted to ask it, can you work with dogs in the yard? Do you have, I assume for safety reasons, if you have a client with an aggressive dog, that dog has to be put up. You know, safety protocols as far as going into a yard with a dog and the fence and stuff like that. Do you recommend the dog to be in the yard, or are you indifferent, or would you rather the dog be inside? How do you feel about that?
I actually miss the dogs when they're not in the yard.
Really?
The first time I go out, I make an appointment so that the owner is there and I'm introduced to the dog so I can interact with it and see how it goes. If the dog is uncomfortable with me or is aggressive in any way, I ask the owners to, you know, confine the dog when I'm coming. And sometimes I can even make appointments to be there when the owner's there if it works into the schedule.
Yeah, I guess that's really important. You know, you need to know the dog before anybody who walks into any yard. You should have a relationship with the dog before the owner's there. Some dogs can tend to want to be a little bit protective of their own area, and when the owner's there, they're like, "Oh, he can handle it. They got it all under control." So yeah, it's a smart idea. So you hear that? If your dog's in the yard, she'll still come pick it up, no matter the size. Could be a 5-pound Chihuahua or a 200-pound Mastiff, right?
Correct.
Okay, she has treats.
And I don't charge by the pound.
She doesn't charge by the pound. It's It's just per the scoop, right? And that's my next question. What's your average price? I mean, I know you got different prices for different things, but...
Right. One dog on a quarter-acre lot is usually about $12 a week. Now, if it's hilly or there's, unusual circumstances, that's why I like the owner there that first time, so that we can agree on a price and how frequent I go in.
Oh, okay, so it's not set in stone.
No.
A little smaller? Is $12 where it starts out at, or?
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 postage stamp yards. Because some people, have very small yards. $10.
Right. So she's willing to work with you guys. The next question is, and if you guys want to work with her, if anybody's interested in your service, how do they get a hold of you? First, by getting a hold of me. If you're going to get a hold of her because of this video, let me know, because I love to know that I'm helping my local business owners out. But other ways, anybody?
Yeah, the best way is to call me at area code 850-221-3209.
So that's 850-221-3209. 09. You get a pen and paper?
Yeah.
The information will be in the description box below anyway, so.
Yeah. Or you can go to my website that's up and running now, and it's www.scooppoop.us.
Okay. So www.scooppoop.us.
Correct.
And Facebook.
Correct. And Facebook. And I'm making a special offer to Mike the Dog Trainer's viewers, because they have to view this tape, is that I will do $5 off or 10%, whichever is greater. Greater is the word. On their first scooping. And if they are a client of yours and viewing this, I'll double it. $10 and 20%.
Wow. You hear that, guys?
They got to say they saw it here.
Well, that wraps up our questions and answers for today. As always, thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button. Like this, thumbs it up. Make sure you watch my video from a couple weeks ago. The link's going to be right here above our head. You see that right there? We Scoop the Poop's website will be in the description box too. And as always, take your dogs for a walk.
No poo for you.
What's up, guys? This is Mike the Dog Trainer here, thanking you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. I can guarantee your dog will thank you. Add me on Facebook. Link is in the description below. Now stop watching my videos and take your dog for a walk.